Imagine there's two versions of you. Both have this great idea about doing a really productive task that would genuinely be amazing for them and really help them out. One version of you continues his day thinking and thinking about how nice it would be to actually succeed at that task. He goes and talks to all his friends about it, letting them know exactly what he's going to do. And then when he gets home, it's silent and lonely. He doesn't want to do it anymore. So he watches his YouTube videos, goes and faps and heads to bed. The other version of you, he gets a thought and instantly starts working on the task. He spends hours and hours of research and work to learn about the thing and goes and gets it done. He then reaps the benefits of doing what he said he'd do. Who'd you want to be? It's 2022 and I'm hurtling up the stairs to my bedroom. A new business model had dropped and everyone was making money from it. I had to try it. I go onto my PC, I switch it on, I type in my password, and I open my browser. It was time to start a new dropshipping business. The plan was simple. It was easy, right? It couldn't fail. There was no way, there was no thought in my mind that this plan could fail. I call my friend Will, I tell him about it, we're talking, we're making ideas. 2 hours had gone by. Nothing had been done. We keep talking, we keep going. It's now the end of the day. I could do it tomorrow, right? I would get the work done tomorrow, it's fine. I would eat my food, imagining how amazing it would be to have a dropshipping business. I would be eating, thinking about the amount of people who would be paying me. I'd be making money on my own. It would be amazing. I'd be able to help my family out as well. Next day comes by. I didn't do anything. Nothing happened. I didn't do anything for the next day, the day after, the week after, the month after, not even the year after. That dropshipping business was now in the past. Your speech and your thoughts are correlated very closely to your actions. That might be a bit difficult to understand, so I'll explain it in a bit more of a autistic way. So imagine you have this really amazing idea, this really positive idea that you think can do really well. And you really want to do it and it's really productive and it'll help you and everyone around you out. And you're really excited about it, so you go and tell your friends, your family, the girl that you have a crush on about it. And then when you get home for your time to do the task, you don't end up doing it. By the way, bro, I gotta be a YouTuber real quick. My name is Vanch and I upload 2-3 videos of advice every single day that can help you turn your dreams into reality. Genuinely, sounds so cliche, but if you follow the advice that I give you, it can genuinely help you improve yourself and eventually turn your dreams into reality. So go down, click on the subscribe and the post notifications if you want to see more videos like this to educate you and push you forward. And it's a win-win for both of us anyway, so you might as well. So I'm guessing you're wondering why we always tend to speak about something, have this positive idea, and never actually end up doing it after we speak about it, even though that's what's on our mind all day. So let me explain. I want you to imagine that you have a glass of water, right? You have this glass, and when you have a positive idea, a positive, productive thing to do, the glass gets filled with water. Sometimes to the brim, it depends how positive the idea is. It gets filled with water. Now, when you go do the task, actually physically do the action or the thing that you're trying to do, the water in the glass gets poured out onto the work. And you obviously, when the water gets poured out, there's less water in the glass. But when you do the work and you actually finish it and you do it well, that satisfaction from actually finishing the work pours more water back into the glass. So you actually have water in the glass even though you poured out the positive energy that you have. So that means that the next day you're going to be more likely to do that task and you're more likely to stay consistent. Okay? See, that's pretty easy to understand. Now, I want to imagine it's the same thing the other way around, where you have this positive energy, you have this idea, glass filled. Now when you go to speak to someone and you tell them about the task, or when you think about the task, you think about how amazing it would be to finish the task, that water gets poured out. But the problem is it never gets refilled because you didn't do the task, so you don't get the satisfaction from doing it. If anything, you have the guilt from not doing it and thinking that you could do it. So now this glass is empty, when the glass is empty, there's not enough positive energy for you to pour out on the next day. So the next day you won't do it, and the consistency dies out. So there's only some sort of motivation for the period where you're just like, oh, I could do this, and you tell everyone about it, and the positive energy just dies. So you need to avoid that. You need to keep anything that's positive to you, you have to keep it to yourself. It sounds like such a terrible thing to say that, oh, you have positive energy, you can't spread it with everyone else. No. Like, this is my thing. It's no one else's thing. This is mine, and this is something that I'm going to work on and prove to myself that I'm able to work on it without any other validation from anyone else. You need to understand that you want to protect your positive energy and protect your peace in that sense, because sometimes on the darker side of the spectrum is that when you have something that you think is positive, that you think you can work hard on and eventually do it, and you tell people about it, sometimes your friends, and then they tell you everything that's wrong with the thing that you're doing. That, oh, this could fail this way, this could fail this way, this could fail this way, this could fail. I don't want to hear that. Because I believe in this. I believe in this task that I have, and I believe I can do it. You know, when I started going to the gym, because I was a fat kid, when I started going to the gym, no one believed in me. Not a single fucking person believed in me. And they would laugh at me. They'd laugh at all my fucking claims, even though I knew for a fact that eventually I would come back, and I knew eventually, not even come back, like I know I was still going to the school during the time, so it's not like I come back, but I would eventually reach that goal that I wanted to reach. And I reached it by year 12. And the bullying, and I'd started training properly since like year 10. No one believed in me. And no, I didn't tell anyone what I was doing. And no, I didn't preach about what I was doing because no one gave a shit. If I did, then I would get bullied for it. So I kept it to myself. I kept that positive energy to me. And I kept the work that I was doing to myself. No one else knew. And eventually I have reaped the benefits. I reaped what I sowed. I put the effort in, and I got the result out. And of course, I'm nowhere where I want to be physique-wise. Nowhere near. But I'm further than where I was when I first started. And that's because I didn't tell anyone what I was doing. I worked in silence. I worked in the dark. And I did what I needed to do. And I kept that positive energy to myself. I kept my peace. Because that's what's important. So that's the advice from this video. You have something that you genuinely want to do, and you know it will help you. And that's what self-improvement's all about. You're supposed to do things that improve you. And what you notice is that when you start doing these things, if people notice, they're going to start hating on you. And you need to ignore them. You have to ignore them. Because that's an indicator that you're on the right path towards success. So do these things right. When you have this task in front of you that you know you need to do, and it's productive and it's positive and you really want to do it, don't tell anyone about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop mentally masturbating over it. And sit down and do the work. And I guarantee you feel so much better if you actually do the work. Thank you for listening, man. Alright? Go get it. Mwah.